Hi, everyone. This is Haley,
And this is Pauline.
and this is the Sweet Podcast, the podcast where we talk about anything and everything Sweet Magnolias. And today's episode, we're talking about the lovely couple, Maddie and Cal. So we want to take some time to talk about what what their journey looked like, what we feel about it, maybe like what we don't like, and especially what we want to see in season 3.
Yeah, let's go. Yeah, like Danish would say, it's the cutest couple of Serenity back on track.
I mean, they are both very
Well,
gorgeous
yeah,
human beings, like absolutely beautiful. So she is not wrong.
yeah, she's absolutely not wrong. So, like, let's get started with the first season. Obviously, season 1 started with Maddie getting divorced and being kind of the hot topic in Serenity because everyone is talking about the fact that she gets shit on
Mm-hmm.
by Bill, and so everybody is talking about her and the Noreen and Noreen being pregnant and everything. And also, Cal is the second hot topic of the town because he's new, he's handsome, he's like a former professional player, baseball professional player. Like everybody's talking about them already, so
It's
it's
like
kind of
it's
setting up.
yeah. Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, no, I shall finish.
No, I was just gonna say, it's just I feel so bad for Maddie because it's not that she was just cheated on. She was cheated on by someone half her age, and that person also happens to be pregnant. So it's like, oh my God. And then,
Yeah,
like you said, it's a small town. So basically, when she finds out, everybody else finds out. But then Cal, like, it's just so funny to me. He's like, yeah, like you said, the new hot guy in town, and clearly he doesn't really know like what's going on by the time we meet him. And so the fact that he's being so nice and kind of flirting with Maddie also doesn't help anyone, but it's really funny to watch. So but that's kind of nice. They both know what it feels to be the most talked about and gawked after person in town, so they can relate, I guess, on that note.
yeah, yeah, and uh, even their first meeting is cute. Like that at the moment he saw her, he was like, okay, I might have a crush on her.
Oh yeah. I mean, how can you not? It's Maddie Townsend. Like I have a crush on
Yeah,
her.
yeah. Everybody has one. I
Everybody
have one
does.
too.
Yeah, she's gorgeous. And in
Yeah,
I just love Maddie. I love Maddie a lot. We've talked about it. She's like in my top favorites. She's, obviously beautiful, but she's so kind and cares about other people. And I think that's why, another reason that she's drawn to Cal, because they both have that same, you know, way about themselves. And I don't know, they're just so cute. But yeah, so we're introduced. Everyone's talking about them. It's very clear there's tension and chemistry right away, but obviously Maddie doesn't want to be that person like right after a really messy divorce, moving into a really like a new relationship right after that, plus being with the guy who coaches her son, because that adds another level of complexity.
yep. But they got closer pretty quickly, and we got the famous scene, hilarious scene when he's helping her. Um, I don't have the English word for this, but you
um
see the scene I'm talking
yeah,
about.
it's the one where she's an issue with her pipes, and he comes to help fix it, and the water just dredges them, and he goes outside to
Yeah,
strips his shirt. I'm just laughing because I just see Mary Vaughn's face like imprinted in my mind because it's so funny. Of course she sees him
yeah,
driving away, and then the next time we see the Sweet Magnolias together, I think it was Helen was like, I heard he was stripping in the street, and I'm just like, this is great. Like how it just
yeah.
escalates. Just hilarious.
I think it's Ellen who says Cal is a unicorn with a six pack.
I mean,
Or something
again,
like
she
this.
not wrong.
She's not wrong. Yeah, but that scene with Mariban is really, like, probably the funniest of the show, and it summarized so well the small town vibe. Like, this is absolutely hilarious.
It's so good.
Yeah, it's so good. And the third point I put was the conflict between with Ty when obviously Maddie and Cal are getting closer and start seeing each other, because Ty also being one of the hot topic because he's the son of Bill and Maddie, sorry. Could be the son of Cal and Maddie, but yeah, like everybody's talking about that because they were two separate topic and then they became one topic, and like everybody is like, oh my god, like your mom is, I'm not going to use the this word, but I remember that scene with Jackson saying to Ty, like, yeah, now that your mom is dating the coach and everything.
Oh, he makes my blood boil.
Yeah.
Like, he makes me so mad. But the Ty thing, it's like you at first you're kind of annoyed because you're really seeing it from Maddie's point of view and you want her to move on so bad, and Cal is a great guy, but then you understand like Cal is the only form of stability that Ty has left in his life, and Maddie's just coming through and just being like, sorry. But I think that's that wonderful scene between Maddie and Ty where she's trying to explain, like, I'm going to act on my feelings for him because I'm an adult and I'm allowed to do that, and you can't choose who you're attracted to. Like, it's just, it happens. And obviously we know that means a lot in the Ty and Annie worlds, but it's a great scene where I think Ty starts to break down those barriers and he's like, oh, like, I kind of know what that feels like now with Annie. So I think that's when he starts to, it takes a while for him to fully come to terms with it, but that's like the starting point for when he's like, okay. And then of course, like Kyle and Katie, I mean, they care, but they don't really care. It's like, they're just like, it's fine. Like, whatever. It's obviously Ty is the one that has the biggest issue.
Yeah. Well, it wasn't really shown in season 1 how Kyle and Katie reacted to Cal coming into the life. I know that somehow, like, Katie was like, oh yeah, a new friends to play with. Because every time she's like, oh my god, hi Cal. But she doesn't really of course she's a kid, she doesn't realize what Cal means to her mother, but I think that the relationship that Cal even created with Kyle in season 2 is so cute, and I really want to see more of them, maybe in season 3.
I want more of the like Townsend and like all the Townsends plus Cal bonding, because like we saw that really cute scene in season 1 where I think this is before this is before they're dating, but they're at the restaurant and Cal gives Katie like quarters to play the machine, like, or the arcade or whatever. But I was like, that's just so cute. Like, they had that bond right away. And of course, like when he comes over for dinner that one night and Katie and him are like having a blast, it's just, they're so cute. So I would really like to see them having some just traditional family bonding, because I mean, we'll get to it when we talk season 3, but like their relationship's going to go to the next level in some capacity next season, like it has to. So I hope in the beginning of season 3 we have those moments of them being together, because they're always apart. We never see them all together. So
yeah, that's true. But thinking about Kyle and Cal, it's super difficult to say it because I want to say Kyle and Kyle. But it was there for him when when he like when we got that very emotional scene between Kyle and Maddie, when he's trying to like step into the stairs, and
Mhm,
like just those small scenes between him and the kids are so sweet.
mhm,
And yeah, again, we're gonna talk about it for in the season 3 part, but these are the quality content I want to see.
mhm. Agreed. Let's see. Next is well, we kind of already covered the Cal Cal taking the first step to be with Maddie, which I think it was right that he should have been the person to do so, and then her like because she
Mhm,
needs to understand how he feels, but her also like being like, oh, like you okay, so you do feel that way, like cool, and then they clearly start dating,
mhm.
and then the hypocrite of Bill being Bill, him being jealous is just so stupid. I'm like, you have absolutely no right to be jealous that you were replaced
Nope.
by a younger, better looking man. Like, go away. Like you did this to yourself. So anyway, that's all I gotta say about the jealousy of Bill. It's like I get it, that was your wife of many years, but you have absolutely no right to show that you're jealous. You bury that shit deep down because you screwed this up for yourself. That always made me so mad when he got jealous. I was like, you have no right to. Like, no, 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 no.
No, like, bro, stop it, stop it.
Mm-hmm.
Like, come on. No, but the scene
Exactly.
where they are in the square, he's like the first scene where he's saying like, I want to be more than friend. Like, I want someone I want someone like this. Like, he wasn't
Mm-hmm.
afraid.
Oh yeah, direct and honest. Absolutely.
Oh, where Kyle came to Maddie and says, I want to be more than friends. And I was like, I want a man like this. Like,
Oh,
he wasn't afraid. He was bold for this because, yeah, you have to have some balls to like just go, and
oh,
because he didn't even knew that if she was going to reject him or not. He was like, I'm gonna shoot my shot and
yeah.
let's see what's gonna happen.
Like it made me like even more attracted to Cal, which I didn't even think was physically possible. But because as I get older in life, like I have no patience for like twirling your thumbs and just taking your time. Like no, like life's short. Like let's go. If you're gonna say something, say something. So yeah, love Cal for that. But yeah, jealous Bill can go away. And then this next bullet point you put makes me like mad just reading it, where it's the fight at the end of season 1. The reason I'm so mad about that, because up until that point they were doing so solid and they were doing great, like things were working out really well. I get why they did it, because they have to cause some conflict and some turmoil before ending the season,
Mhm.
because God forbid they all be happy. But I understand why. Like you gotta add that drama. The part that makes me mad is the fight itself was so stupid, because at this point
Yeah.
Maddie knows Cal. Like she knows him pretty good and knows that he would not go behind her back with such a major thing. Do I think that Cal should have been more honest up front? Yeah, I do. But do I think Maddie overreacted? Absolutely. It was very clear that Cal had great intentions of just connecting Ty with people, just getting some feedback on his game. And that's all it was. Like, it was literally just that. I think, Cal should have
Yeah.
said something, but the way that Maddie reacted is what makes me very angry, because it's so out of character for her. And I was just like,
Mhm.
what is this?
Yeah. Yeah, maybe she thought that he overstepped as the position he had, and he like being the boyfriend and the coach at the same time.
Yeah.
But no, that wasn't like, she got mad a little bit too easily on this one.
Yeah. Like, I get it. Like, she wants to be fully in charge of her children's life with everything going on. Like, I understand. The thing is, I understand where she's coming from, but she just overreacted way too much. It's not like Cal went and signed a major league deal for him, but without her knowing. Like, it wasn't that. They were literally just talking. And then it is also Ty's, Ty being naive is why he thought it meant more. So I do think Cal should have said something like, this is not a scouting. We're literally just friends, and he's here to help me out and check out, my players. That's like, I think Ty needed to be knocked down because his ego can get kind of big. So I'm just saying everyone has kind of a piece, like, owns the fault of a lot of this, but the part that just makes me mad is like, Maddie, this guy, like, he's not Bill, like, he's that, his intentions. So it's like, I get why she's mad, but I think they just made it way too big for the sake of drama.
Agree.
Yep. So then
But
that's how they end season 1.
Yeah, but eventually they got back together at the beginning, like probably middle of episode 1 of season 2. So,
which we all knew, like, yeah.
Because let's remember that at the end of season 1, Bill was like, "Can I come home?" And I was like, "Bitch, what?"
Oh yeah, it's so stupid. Like,
I was so scared.
And you know what? The part that with Bill that makes me so mad is that at that point, like right before that point, you're actually feeling good about him. Not saying like you forgive him, but it's like, okay, he's accepting like what's going on. He's taking ownership. He's really trying to be there for his kids. And then he's like, you know what? It's all going so great. I'm just going to try to go back home because I don't like it. Like being this other life. Like, dude, no, that's not how it works. You chose this. So it was so dumb. But like the part that's really dumb is I'm not shocked that Bill did that. It's the look on Maddie's face where she kind of like was like, oh, really? You want to come back? I'm like, girl, you should have kicked him out immediately. It was like, bye. No.
I actually got scared between season 1 and 2 because I was like, I hope she's not going to say yes to Bill, because I don't want to see them back together.
No. And good news is season 2 solidified. They are never getting back together. So love that. But it was just one of those things. I'm like, no, like, you worry because you don't know what season, we didn't know what season 2 had in store, but at the same time, like, we know Maddie, she's not, like, there's no way. There's absolutely no way.
Yeah. She's smarter than this.
Exactly.
Yeah. The next point was Carl Shaw being threatened by Marivon, because they didn't win the championship, and also Maddie being there for him, because season 2 was I think was season 1 was a good season for Cal, but season 2 was a great season for him because they unbuilt, like, I think we've talked about it before, but season 2 really show Cal as a human being, because season 1 it was like this, like a dream, like he was handsome, like he was a former professional player, a baseball professional player, like, and everybody, like, he was the perfect man, and he was like shown like this, like he was the perfect lover. And season 2 really showed his flaws, and I loved to see Maddie like being there for him and seeing him a bit more vulnerable than season 1. So yeah,
I think it was important, like you said, he's this absolutely perfect specimen in season 1, that there's absolutely no flaws. He's there for Maddie and the kids. He's this great coach, he's this great person, but like you said, he was put on this pedestal, and it's like it adds more depth to him, because before that it's just like he's the perfect embodiment of a partner, which is great, like that, I want to see that. But to your point, seeing his flaws made him more human. And I really like that Maddie didn't shy away, because I was worried about that early in the season when things started to really happen. I was like, Maddie, do not, like, I was worried she was going to do the whole, my life is already too stressed, I can't. Like, I know she had her moments, but it's very clear she got over that and was like, no, like, we need, you're my person, I'm going to be there for you. So that was really nice. So I hope we see more of them just being supportive next season.
Yeah. This season 2 was a really, really good season for them. I really appreciate, like, again, it's kind of repeating myself, but the relationship was also very perfect in season 1. Not at the end, but for the most of season 1, it's like, it's perfect. He's there for a kid and everything. And again, season 2 really showed that, yeah, they are strong, but even though they're not strong, they are here for each other. And I really enjoyed to see that part of, like, really getting into trouble, but not between them, but trouble getting to one of them and the other being there. I don't know if it really is understandable what I say, but
yeah, I was gonna say that's what makes, so I know we've talked about this so many times between multiple episodes, but a good ship, like, you want to see them together. Like, getting together is great, but being together is also great. But what we like to see as viewers, and I can speak, I think, for a majority, some might disagree, but you want to see, like, one of the couple, or one member of the couple, I should say, going through a conflict in their life and the other one being there for them. And then it switches. So, like, then that person going through something and then this person's helping them deal with it. Because that's realistic, that's what happens, and it builds upon the foundation of them just being together, which is, like, I think that's what's going to happen next season. I have a feeling, obviously the last point was Cal getting arrested, so that's going to add a bunch of stuff. So I hope it just builds upon that, where we find out more about Cal's backstory, because we've only heard about it, like, through conversation. We don't really know a lot. So I want to make sure we hear that. And I don't want Maddie to, like, freak out and run away, because I have a feeling she's going to have that inner turmoil for a second to be like, is this too much for me and my family again? But I think it'll last like one episode and then they'll come back together.
yeah.
And yeah, I think that's going to be, like, she's going to be there initially after he gets, like, early season 3, when he's freshly out of the brink, or out of jail. And then she's going to, he's going to be honest with her, and she's going to learn a lot more. And at first be kind of timid about it and just be like, I don't know. Like, I love you. I really do. But I'm trying to think about my family and myself. But then she's going to have that light bulb moment being like, that was dumb of me, because you've been there for me the entire time. I know who you are. I support you. I love you. And I think that's going to make them, like, an even stronger couple. At least that's my guess.
Yeah. I don't know, because she came so far from season 1 and she matured a lot in season 2. So maybe, she's gonna have that thought, like, that in the back of her head, like, should I leave him and protect my family, or should I stand next to him and be there for him? But ultimately, like, I think the first thing she was going to do is talk about it with Helen Danisu. But
Absolutely.
I do think that, like, not even an episode, like in a half an episode, she was like, maybe I should start just to think about my family and leave that alone. But she loves him, and she quickly realized that, like, she has to be there for him, because, like you said, he's been there when she went through all the shit she had in season 1. So
Yeah.
I think it's not even going to last a half of an episode.
That's what I mean, is, like, I don't know what's going to happen. I think there's going to be a moment where, I'm not saying to that degree, or like she's going to run away, but she's going to I have a feeling there's going to be that moment where she's like, this is a lot, let me process it, And then obviously she's gonna quickly come to terms with like, oh, like you're my person, and now I really know, and we're being fully honest with each other. So you know my past, I know yours. And I think then they're gonna be super strong through the season. Like I think that'll happen pretty like the first half is how I see that. And then as far as season 3 predictions, like they have to be engaged by the end. Like I have a feeling that'll happen episode 10 of
Yep.
season 3. I was like, what season? Season 3. Yeah.
Yeah, and now we can talk about what we want to see from them in season
Mhm.
3. Well, we kind of talk about it, but the first thing I wrote was working through together Kyle's legal trouble. Like
Mhm.
I again, she probably had like a moment of like, should I leave or not? But then she will stay, and I think she will be a great like support, a rock for him.
Mhm.
And I don't know, I think about Cal's character, and I think he has a lot of similarities. Oh, I'm sorry, I'm tired.
That's okay.
But
It's okay.
with Jack in Virgin River, I
Mhm.
know they're not from the same, they don't have the same past, but I again, it's built like those two couples are built the same way. But
Mhm.
I think he has a lot of there is a lot of similarity. Okay, I'm good with so we're gonna see more, maybe have flashbacks of him when he
Mhm.
was younger with, because he do have a ex-wife.
See, that's what I
So
was gonna say is like
um
it's either gonna be flashbacks or like somebody like what's gonna happen obviously with Dana, Sue, and Ronnie, like with someone from their past
mhm,
coming up to shake things up. I think that's gonna happen too with Cal. Like I could
mhm,
see, say early episodes, obviously he's arrested. He's really open about what happened with Maddie, trying to
mhm,
figure out how they handle it. And then in walks either like the ex-wife or someone to do with his career or like something to do with the, past Cal to really be like, oh, we were on this great trajectory. And now this new person is like, you know, could
mhm.
ruin it all. So yeah, I hope we see more
Yeah,
of Cal's past because we just don't know. Like when you think about it, we don't know a lot about him. It's all been like
no,
little hints
mm,
dropped and then that's it.
yeah. Yeah, I think she's going to come back.
Hmm.
It's in, oh, she's just going to come.
Yeah.
um,
Yep.
but I think like it's going to be very interesting to see to learn more about him again, like you said. But also because that will give him more depth
Hmm.
than he has before. So yeah, and
Agreed.
I want to see how Maddie is going to handle the ex-wife coming back and everything.
Oh
Because
yeah.
again, she's matured a lot, but she probably like she has her, I don't know if it's
Insecurities.
the right word to use, but she
Yeah.
has her own trauma with
Hmm.
Bill and everything. And yeah, maybe it's at this moment she will really question if her relationship with Cal is set to continue or
Yeah.
not. But
I just had
yeah.
an idea based on what you said. So
Yeah.
what if she has this like maybe the ex-wife doesn't come like to Serenity until I'd say like maybe episode 7 or 8 or
Mhm.
9. Like it's really late, like after they've built this foundation and Maddie's like really freaking out and kind of been like, oh my God, like I don't know how, this makes me feel weird. Why am I so insecure about this? And what if like obviously she comes, they settle what they need to settle, she leaves, and then Cal uses that kind of in his proposal. Like I could see him being like, I know you had some doubts, but I'm like, you are the one for me, and like all things like that. Like I could see it like not being a huge part of it, but kind of like pushing Cal to that final step to be like, she is the
Yeah.
person I'm meant to be with, kind of thing. I think that would be
Mhm.
so cute. But I would love to see it. And I
Yeah.
guess we already talked about it, but engaged. They're gonna be engaged. I'm
Yeah.
like 99% sure. I'd be shocked if they're not at this point.
Yeah, me too, because if we eventually get a season 4, I don't,
Mhm,
even though I want to see more of the show, of course, but I'm thinking about Netflix and how they cancel
mhm,
really quickly. So if uh luckily we have a season 4, like I think that would be like if Cal and Maddie get together, Cal and Maddie get engaged as in the end of season 3, that would be a great way to end the show, like them getting
mhm.
married. That would be like the full circle.
Yeah.
So yeah, I really really want to see that.
Mhm. I agree. And then I know I'm like in total left field here, but we talked about this, I think, in the Helen episode and our season 3
Mhm.
predicting episode. But I think it'd be so good if, like, we think Helen's going to be pregnant by the end of this season, like or something. I think she will be. And if she's
Oh
talking
yeah.
to Maddie and they're like, wait, I'm pregnant too. Like, I think that would be so funny because say they get season 4, that's another great story where Maddie's engaged, but she's also pregnant. So it's like the stipulations that come with that in a southern town. Like, do we rush and get married, or do we just not give two shits about what anyone thinks and like get married when we want to? So there's a lot. I think there's a lot that they could do
Ooh.
if both of them are pregnant, especially Maddie. Like, I think that would be so good
Yeah.
because imagine like Katie's so excited about it. Kyle is kind of like, I don't know, and Ty's like, this is weird, another baby, like another one, I just got used
I
to the
would freak out.
he would
He would
absolutely
freak
lose his
out like,
mind.
what?
So I just think there's so
You
many.
already like, yeah.
I'm sorry, I was just
Yeah.
gonna say there's already just so many possibilities, like so many story
Yep.
possibilities if Maddie is pregnant. The likelihood is very, very minimal. Like, I'm shooting for the stars here, but I just think that could open the doors for so many good like
Yeah.
storylines with Maddie and Cal next season.
Oh, that would be amazing. I just want them to be like happy ever after, and like
Mhm,
every other couple, but they deserve it. Like with what they went through in their
mhm.
past, like they deserve it. So like
And
yeah.
oh, sorry, go ahead.
No, you can go on.
Sorry. I was just gonna say, and I hope that Bill is gone forever in regards to their relationship. Like, enough. Like, he needs to own his shit with what the mistakes he made. Like, he needs to go and just deal with that and stop ruining the woman that he left. He chose to do that. So, like you said, I just hope they have
Mm.
nothing but the best and Bill can just go away and leave them alone to live happily ever after in peace.
Yeah, what I'm thinking about, because we didn't really wrote down what we wanted to see uh
Mhm,
for them in season 3, but like so I'm thinking about things, but
mhm,
I like they have a lot of things already going on in the plate. So like if we have an engagement at the end of the season, I will be completely pleased about that.
mhm.
But I don't know. Like sh- I am thinking
I
I don't
think
have
so. I think,
there is many things that could happen, but
yeah, I think
I don't
what we
know.
talked about is going to be their main story. Like, it's going to be them dealing
Mhm.
with Cal's situation, like building them as a stronger couple, his past coming into play, and then them getting engaged.
Mhm.
I think with how many characters are on the show, I think that's going to be their big thing. But like you said, I think
Mhm.
Cal's going to be dealing with his past, coming to accept it and move on. And I think Maddie's thing is going to be obviously dealing with that, but not related to Cal. I think for Maddie, it's going to be obviously her children. So I would love to see a storyline with Katie and her, because we don't see too much of that. And then I would really, really like to see Maddie being super supportive of Ty's choice to pursue music versus baseball, because we as an audience know this, but his family and friends don't really know. Like, obviously
Yeah.
Kyle and Annie kind of, he was talking about a little bit in the finale, but that's about it. Like, no one knows. So
Yeah.
I just hope we have a really, really supportive Maddie. I think that would be so cute to see, like, her being like,
Mm,
you know, the mother
yeah.
we
That would
love.
be so cute.
Hmm.
Actually, Ty didn't really like, he said to his father that he didn't want to continue pursue uh um with baseball, but he didn't say I want to go into music. I don't think so.
No,
But
I think all he said was that he just wants to, like, he does, I forget the exact wording, but basically saying like, I don't think I want to pursue baseball as my career.
Mhm.
Um,
Yep.
but but I just think it'd be really great for Maddie. I just want to see more of her and the kids like bonding, because it was so cute in season 1, and then season 2 was
Yeah.
just nuts, and we did not see a lot of it because everyone else was busy with
Yeah.
other stuff.
Me too. Like it was kind of one-sided. I don't know how really to explain it, but in season 2, like Ty was really there for his mother, but not really there. Like he was like saying at Kyle that he has to be like to chill out a little bit because she already had a lot in her plate.
Hmm.
But yeah, also I want to see more of Maddie and Paula. We got such great scene in season 2, um and I want to see more of this. Like they're bonding, and I think that Joanna and Caroline work so well together. So
Hmm.
I want to see more singing like we had in season 2 between them, like
Hmm.
in even in season 1, because I think Paula is a really wise advisor when it comes to life.
Hmm.
And um yeah, I want to see more of them. I think we've talked about it before, but
Yeah.
it's just they're just so cute.
um and you just said something that made me think of another thing, but imagine if,
Mhm.
what if Cal proposes to Maddie like episode 8 or something, and Maddie does the whole
Yeah.
I have to think about it thing, and then
Hmm.
her and
Oh
Paula, like, she's like, he loves you, like, you love him, who cares what anybody else thinks. Like, I hope, I'm going to be so sad if we're wrong about this engagement thing, because I just think there's so many good stories that could come out of, and like scenes that could come out of this. So
that would be so fucking cute.
fingers crossed we're right. Like, I hope we're right.
No, I will be really disappointed if that doesn't actually happen.
See, this is the danger of like having so many ideas, because you're going to
Yeah.
be disappointed in some regard, because like we talked about this, Pauline and I could go on for hours. We have unlimited ideas of like what we would do with the show. So I'm learning for this season to go in just being like, whatever they give me is fine, instead of having like these high expectations, because that's what burned me in season 2. So I need to be better of being like, this will be great, but like, I'll take anything, because I was not in that mentality in season 2, and we've talked about how that feels. It did not feel great.
Yeah. No, but now I can keep like I am thinking about the proposal, like being super cute, having the kids like well dressed and everything, and
Mhm.
just having and Paula, of course, like having all the people who means Maddie being there when Cal
Oh,
proposed to her. That would be absolutely
oh,
amazing.
I'm getting a little off topic. I mean, not really, but I'm hoping they get engaged like episode 8, right? So we have like 2 episodes of
Yeah.
them being an engaged couple. I think it would be so great for them to have an engagement party, because like I think that would,
Yeah.
I just want everyone dressed up like super nice. Like, I want a scene like that where everyone is like dressed to the nines, and like obviously like romance in the air, and kind of adding that pressure to like the Ty and Annie, the Helen and the Eric, the Dana Sue and the Ronnie. Like, I think that would be so
Yeah.
good. And just like Maddie and Kel off on their own, just like loving life. But then the pressures of like their engagement is kind of like, you know, lighting a fire under all of them. I guess what I'm trying to say. I think that would be so funny
Yep.
to see. I would love to see an engagement party.
Oh, me too. I'm actually going to like wait into season, like go into season 3, be like, okay, it has to happen, and
Mhm.
at the end, be like, oh god,
I know. It's gonna
no,
be, oh God.
oh god,
Yeah, I need to set my
I
expectations
don't
a
know
little bit.
where. Yeah, I don't know where we are going to, but we are stepping into a very dangerous zone.
Yep. So maybe that's a good place to call it, because I don't think I have anything else, but overall we just, you know, next season we just want them to be happy and like solidifying
Mhm.
their relationship in some regard. I don't know what
Yep.
that means, but hopefully engagement and maybe a pregnancy, like that would be great. But I'm excited. They're
Yeah,
great. I just hope they're done with this whole like will they won't they thing and just like solidify their relationship. That's all I really want.
exactly. Exactly. I think we're done. Thank you so much for listening and watching. And we hope you had a good day and see you next episode.
Bye, friends.
Bye.